Our app is So Much to Say by Close to Home Apps, LLC. The input of the app is direct selection. You have multiple layout options, so you can select from 1 to 12 cards at a time, and the card layouts are static or dynamic display. Okay, and to create cards, the app gives you a pre-made card option where you select the pictures and labels that can be edited, or if you want, you could import your personal pictures. It also gives you the option of arranging categories by selecting pre-made category cards or creating personalized cards.
The output for this device is digitized speech. Upon tapping a card, on touch exit, the word or phrase will be spoken. Some of the built-in cards include a pre-recorded female voice, but you can edit existing cards or your self-created cards by recording any familiar voice. The only option would be digitized speech, and they do not have multiple options within the system. So when you are in sentence strip mode, the output will be delayed. You can select from a category name, and the category will not be spoken. When you click on the square in the bottom left corner, it'll give you an option of sentence starters, and you'd select one of those. And then for the next square, you would look through your categories, and when you select your word, you can then hit speak, and it will say the full sentence. However, you cannot switch back and forth from sentence starter mode and single card phrase without a facilitator editing the app.
As far as logistics go, the app costs $18.99 on the iTunes App Store. Tech support is available via the website for close to home apps. The app is compatible with the iPad and it requires an operating system of iOS 4.3 or later. iPads are readily available and they're light and portable.
According to the app developers, So Much to Say is beneficial for a variety of users with a variety of different communicative needs. According to our group, we determined that the ideal user would be a child. The developers describe the app as one that is developed to be used with both a facilitator and a learner, which would make a parent-child dyad ideal. Additionally, the motor skills required include the ability to use their hand to select precisely and use light pressure. Someone developing language might benefit from this app. The app navigation would make conversations requiring varieties of sentence types difficult.
In terms of user friendliness, it is a touch exit app, so they must put some pressure on the selected item, but they do not need to use a single finger. They could use a whole hand, a palm, or multiple fingers. The screen can be locked to eliminate accidental scrolling. A facilitator is needed for programming and updating the selections due to the fine motor accuracy required for the app. The app crashed often during our setup, and the facilitator will be needed to record the verbal output of the new cards. Some pros and cons for the So Much to Say app include the flexible options for layout and use, the ability to create personalized cards. It allows the personal pictures to be used. It ranked 3rd place in the Best App Ever Awards in Special Needs category of the iOS. It's an affordable option as an AAC starter, and iPads are generally readily available in society. Cons include the inability to select different programmed voices. Voicing is not pre-programmed with all available cards. It requires a facilitator for updating, programming, and recording. Search function was unavailable during the programming of the app and crashed often. iPads may not be covered under AAC insurance, and choppy, non-flowing sentence output.
Here's our app, So Much to Say. On the home page, we have set it up to be categories and out of 6 choices, but you can have, on the home page, you can change it to 1 through 12 cards, or you can change it to card-based instead of category. So if I wanted to pick a toy, I could tell you
blocks.
But if I wanted to say the full sentence, I could go into sentence strip, change it, and say,
I want blocks.
And then swipe it to clear. And then if I was a child who had a very specific toy that I liked that wasn't already in this category, I could edit and add my own. So I would go into the card library and I would create a new card. If I wanted, I could look through the pre-made cards and search and see if my toy was there. If not, I could go back and create a card by taking a picture. So here's my star stacker that I love to play with. Take a picture. And then I can label it as my star stacker. And then I edit the voice. Star stacker. Star stacker. Great. So then I make it a favorite so I can find it. There we go. And then I move it to my toys category. And then I can go into my toys and add my new star stacker. And then I can request.
I want
Star stacker. And that's how our app works.